Second event, 1,000 metres again for race number 2, but this time it's a Class 4 with good news heading the field for Chris So and Derek Long behind Run Cool last time out, finishing second over course and distance. United We Stand comes back in class, a 2-time course and distance, with a Wonderful Warrior won on debut as a 1.6 favourite. The debutantes here are Aeroversary, Gem of South China, Jack Win and Young Horizon. Move on then to Cheval Valiant, who's been placed top 4 finishes last 5 starts. Glorified Fire was 4th last time out, course and distance, and down through Super Axiom is all speed, and Chunwal Glory for Manfred Mann and Jerry Chow, who was stone last on his last start behind Savvy Delight. Charge of the Light Brigade, Tom.
I was about to say that, Andrew, with Super Axiom. He's the horse that will go forward, but he'll only be there for probably 800 metres of the 1,000-metre contest, Paul. And then, well, you've got a whole host of them across the track there on that second line.
Yeah, we do see that in the 1,000-metre races, don't we, with horses coming right across the track. I mean, we'll see who does go on from that second one, but we know Super Axiom likes to lead, and I think he will get to the front. There's a host of first starters in here. Aeroversary, we'll see where he ends up. Gem of South China showing a bit of pace as well, and Jack Win and Young Horizon as well.
So a different challenge for Wonderful Warrior this time, because he drew against the fence or closer to it last time. This time potentially in the middle of the track. We'll start off with him though, and his trainer, Casper Fownes.
Casper Fownes, so Wonderful Warrior will line up for his second racecourse start on Sunday. How's he been since that victory last time?
Yeah, he's been good, Nick. I think he's improved a little bit actually. Yeah, so he's ready to have his second start, and hopefully he'll get the job done again. Obviously he's meeting, I think, Cheval Valiant, a bit worse off for a short margin, but he seems to have improved, so hopefully he can go on with it.
Just on recent work we've seen from this horse, he got a nice lead off Zabrowski recently on the turf. Were you and the team happy with that?
Yeah, very happy. Yeah, he's done everything right, and like I said, he's ready to go to the races.
He's drawn the other side. He's in gate 2 this time around. Do you see that as a help or a hindrance with this horse?
I don't think it'll worry. He's got good gate speed. He'll just truck up just behind them, you know, and obviously with the little penalty, that's just got to hope he carries the extra weight and gives us a big run.
I guess with newcomers either side of him as well, that's going to stand him in good stead.
Yeah, look, he's a nice horse. He's got a good future in Hong Kong, and he can only improve.
Nice report then around Wonderful Warrior. One from him so far. Noble One though, Paul, not quite the same stats for him, because there was money for him on debut, but he finished last at Happy Valley.
Yeah, and look, he absolutely fizzed up before the race. He was carrying on like a pork chop in the parade ring there, and once he got to the start, he sort of was a little bit slow away. Didn't get a run, as you can see, so that just sort of eased up a little bit towards the end. There was no gap for them there. Back to the straight 1,000, I think it's a different scenario. He's drawn 13, so he's going to be up against or close to that rail. So look, I'm going to give him another chance. I don't want to drop off him just on that one run.
He was 4.4 in the market for that first up run, the son of Deepfield. He was ridden along. He wanted to do plenty wrong, as Paul mentioned, and then he got held up. So back down the straight, I think that'll be a help to him.
All right, worth another chance. We can have a look at the trials here, Tom, of Good News, who's had 4 starts for wins so far, and Young Horizon. What do you make of him?
Yeah, Good News won on debut at 1.4, but hasn't quite backed it up yet. Ran into Run Cool last start. Trial wasn't too bad. Visor on here. Visor was on the trial. You can see the brow band on there, Young Horizon. He's had numerous trials here. The Magic Million, $150,000 yearling. I thought he kept on okay, Paul, but I think there's a few others that are more seasoned here.
Yeah, I tend to agree, yeah. But I want to include Good News because I thought it was a good run in tongue tie, and he's got the visor on for the first time.
And what about Jam of South China, Paul, for Jimmy Ting and Blake Shin?
Yeah, well, he's had 6 trials. He's a big horse, 1266 pounds. Now, he's already bled since he's been here as well. So with that, I'm just going to be a bit cautious with this horse, so I'm just happy to watch.
And he's had medical treatment for a bone condition as well, so he's had a few issues. He's a 4-year-old. He actually had his first trial here back in October of 2020, so he's been here for a long time without coming to the races. But I've seen enough at the trials to put him into the top 4. Haven't minded him.
OK, interesting. But Wonderful Warrior favourite at this stage, Paul. Can you do it again?
Look, I've got him in for second. As Casper says, I agree. I think he's improved a little bit. But he didn't want that race over again that he did win because he just managed to hang on. He has dropped 20 pounds coming into it. I'm going to stick with Noble One, though. I think he's quite a nice horse. He just does a lot of things wrong. He's just going to be mentally there. So he's on top, the 7 to beat the 3. Good News we talked about. And Cheval Valiant does meet Wonderful Warrior better at the weights as well. So 7, 3, 1 and 10.
3, 7, 5 and 10. I'll go with Wonderful Warrior here for Casper Fownes and Joe Maria. Just clung on last started to Wonderful Warrior. Noble One goes in. He needs another chance. Gem of South China on debut. And Chevelle Valiant, he's been consistent without winning. 3, 7, 5 and 10.
I got the same 4 numbers as Paul this time. Slightly different order, but 3 and 1, my top 2 there. Wonderful Warrior to go and again to beat Good News. So that's race number 2 at Sha Tin, a Class 4, again over the 1,000 metres.